And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Joker Hour. We got a terrific show for y'all this morning. We got up
Yep.
early, we shaved, we looking right, professionals, professional men.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get started, Jake Smith, are we live? Is this thing live? Are we
Hold
live?
on. Let me check with the chat.
Is this
If
thing live?
anyone could type in the chat that we're live, it would be greatly appreciated because we don't know.
Is this thing working?
We clicked the button, but we're still unsure if we're live.
Number
Okay.
two, Jake Smith, how are you?
I'm doing good. All business today. Did a lot of studying up since the last podcast. Apparently, I didn't know there was unlimited expedition. I thought it was just in the deck, but apparently there's unlimited expedition. So I'm just dumb. So moving on from me being dumb, how are you today? I heard you were just role playing as Blaziken all morning, up real early with the roosters. How are
Hey,
the
well,
roosters
fool,
doing
I'm not
today?
gonna lie. My modern Pokemon investments hasn't really been panning out, and so I had to get a job. So now I work for Pollos Hermanos as their mascot.
Mm-hmm.
It's over here in Davie.
With the sign?
Yeah, I'm in charge of the sign and janitorial duties
Mm,
for the time being. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, they let me tap into their Wi-Fi, fool. I get one meal a day.
nice,
No,
nice.
one meal though, no sides. Um,
How does it feel eating chicken dressed as a chicken?
No, I take the mask off. Yeah, I just think it's only right. But you know what? I tell you what though,
Mm,
Blaziken is undervalued.
true. I think so too. But he's like
Best,
the third gen fire starter. Is that right? Because apparently I don't know nothing. I don't
bro.
know
I honestly
nothing.
listen. If it ain't 151, I don't know nothing.
If it's
I'm
not
very honest.
151 or cases of 151, I don't
Ah,
know nothing at
ah,
all.
ah.
Oh, sorry. Was that a trigger?
Okay, dude.
Uh, man.
All right. Well, I guess we might as well get started here. What's on the list?
We got a short list today.
Oh, we do have a guest. We do have a
Oh,
guest,
okay.
but we'll talk about that when we get to the card party review.
Okay. Is the guest short as well?
Mm,
How is the height of the guest?
Standard, standard,
Standard height. Okay.
standard guest
Sorry,
height.
chat. Nothing crazy today. Just standard height guest. Um, well, we were going to go through some card party videos. We're going to talk about our card party FOMO today, how much we wish we were there. We've got some trigger word updates. We got some new trigger words that we'd like to share with you all. Who to block on Instagram? We got a couple on the block list. Just stuff we saw get posted recently that was so triggering to look at that we had to block them. So, and then also we're kind of ending it off. We're going to bring the guest in for this too. But how do we escape this hobby financially? How do we use financial means and business means to completely back out of the hobby?
Let
You
me
don't
stop you
gotta.
right there.
Okay.
Let me stop you right there. The only reason we work is to buy more slabs. That's it.
Mm, okay.
I don't know if you saw the podcast with Pokemon Wonder and what's his and Charlie.
I missed
Charlie
that one.
said,
Yep.
and I this is not a quote, but I quote, he said, I want slabs more than I want to have a home.
Ooh, I do remember that. I
And
do
this
remember
is
that.
literally the most successful pillar.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. He's
Yeah.
like Charlie is like who the regular pillars look up to. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
he said. Direct quote. I'd rather be homeless
Mm-hmm.
than sell my slabs.
Interesting. And
And
it's like,
technically, yeah,
well, I was gonna say, like, he's like, whenever we talk about like the gold rush and everything, and it's like, oh, the most successful people during the gold rush were not the people mining the gold; it's the people selling the shovels. he just sells sleeves and binders, and he's printing so hard not on cards that it's like he can just buy all the cards. It's kind of like the shovel sellers were just buying gold. And I feel deep down inside that the people selling the shovels, they would want the gold more than they would want a house too. So it's like we're just doing a full circle back around.
Or like being an auction house, right? Like CNG, he's the shovel salesman. He's like, hey, you guys want to transact these widgets? Tap in. I'm over here. I'll list it for you.
He's just selling other people's gold for them. Like all he's doing is just like, oh, you got gold, you just pulled gold out of the ground, send it to me, and I'll sell it to people who are buying gold.
Yeah, but I'm saying he is the shovel. That's what I'm saying. Like he is the shovel.
Yeah,
he is the digital shovel. You understand? Right. He doesn't actually do nothing. What does CNG do? Nothing.
Yeah, I think he just like sells cards and talks shit about grading companies. I think that's literally the only two things he does.
Well, he's providing, like, I guess that exchange, you know what I'm saying, that lubricant, that like that peace of mind for the people that are worried about somebody scamming them or not knowing how to list, or they don't have an eBay, or they have 700 slabs and cannot be physically bothered
at all. Yeah,
at all. Okay, but to answer your question, how do we financially escape the hobby? Okay.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
Well, why do you want to escape the hobby, man? Are you good, bro?
No, I don't think so. Because like if I'm here in the hobby and I want to escape it through financial means, that means, I guess, several things. I'd like to be somewhere else, and right now I financially cannot afford to be somewhere else. So that's just kind of where I'm sitting at right now. I do love cards, but recently things have been happening in the hobby where I'm just like, I don't even want to be there. So maybe that's just something wrong with me. Like I see, you know, people ripping packs at Card Party, and I'm like, I would like to be somewhere else. And I'm happy I am somewhere else right now watching that video, and that I can end the video early before they even get to the hit. What does that mean about me? I don't know what that says.
That's very thought-provoking. The first thing that comes to mind is, think about what the hobby originally was to you. Before the influencers and before the metaphors and the scrolls and the dinosaurs, way before. Before you knew anything about money or anything, like what is the hobby? Because a lot of people are flippers, a lot of people are collecting, a lot of people are flexing, a lot of people are scamming, a lot, like people have different hobbies in this hobby. Like me, I'm a full-time scammer. I just scam fools. I just tax fools, premium, all the way to the wiki bank.
Yep.
That's my hobby.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What was it like that for you before the influencers and metaphors too?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like you're getting what is it, influenced, right? You're getting influenced into thinking you need to post a grail. Hey guys, it's a pop one, dude. It's like, ooh, what? It wasn't like that before. And what about private collectors, bro? The best collectors are private.
True. Yeah, that is true. There's like, I feel like most people are private about their collection too. It's like, which is like cool, I guess, because a lot of people, I guess, I mean, there's just a lot of private collectors, but there's also like collectors that are only here to show off, which I guess is also good for the space too, that people are showing off and showing things that people have never seen before that people want. It like kind of keeps it moving forward. But regarding like what the hobby was to me before the influencers and metaphors, was me going to Toys R Us with my dad, trying to influence him in any way possible to get me through those doors, just any way, begging, crying, screaming. and then just finally making it to the final boss, the checkout counter, and seeing a couple base set packs in a box and just being like, "Hey Dad, can I have one of those?" And then him just saying no. That was the hobby for me. It was just getting to the final boss, it just smacking me down, just insta killing me for all my health, and just trying that over and over again, and maybe getting a pack once every 3 months. And then Yu-Gi-Oh came in, didn't even think about Pokemon ever again. Yu-Gi-Oh was for like 3-4 straight years. And then from then until 2020, my hobby was just buns. So I was pretty much out of the hobby since the age of 5 or 6, I think. So I until 2020, I couldn't even remember my hobby experiences other than my dad's deep sullen voice telling me no. So maybe that's why I just haven't been in the hobby that long, and maybe it's just like I'm getting to a point where it's just a gerb.
I got a hot take for you. All right.
Mhm.
And not to trigger the chat. Okay. Unsubscribe right now, because I'm gonna trigger y'all.
Mhm.
But just walk with me, Jake Smith.
Okay.
The same thing that happened then is happening now, which is you get into the hobby, you're like, yo, these cards are sick, these cards are rare, this is like, I'll never have a Jinso.
Mhm.
It's impossible. How could I have a peasant, have a Jinso? Right? And so then you work your way up to the knowledge, you could catch a couple of licks, you buy the
Mhm.
fucking grail, you hold it in your hand like your gate guardian that you looked your whole life, and now you had the 10 in your hand.
Mhm.
And then what happened? You sold it.
Mhm.
And the reason is like life continues to move on. Like you can't really like dwell, especially. And then also, bro, like you found buns when you were younger, and it just
Mhm.
got you completely out of cards. But also, my argument is you probably lost interest. Like, how many years can you really do cards? Like after 3-4 years, you're like, you've seen it all. You've had every grail. Like I've had every grail on my desk, no flex.
Mhm.
So you kind of move on, and then it's like, okay, I kind of want to be a rock climber now, or I want to like maybe take my business, that I picked up from the hobby to something else, or randomly things happen. Your house doubles, and now you have double the bankroll, and now you start flipping houses, and like, I don't know. I just don't think there's nothing wrong with moving on, and I also don't think it's like that weird because it already happened to me before.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
like 3 to 4 years of engagement, like super into it. You kind of learn as much as you can. You realize your limits. You maybe buy a couple grails, but then it's like, now what? But that's not as a business. That's as a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like now what is like, I guess I've just been seeing a lot of cards that were like $800 to $1,200 before. Now they're at like $200 to $300, and it's like stuff that I'm not sure will ever go up in value, but I just definitely like want. But I also feel like what I want is very small. That's probably true for a lot of people. It's like, oh, I only like E series. I only like LP to HP WotC hollows. I only like certain things. And I feel like that's kind of where I've developed and where I want to go is like, I still love pretty much all cards. Like I love the art of cards and stuff, but like, I think just discovering yourself more and more that you touch cards and look at cards and hold cards, you kind of discover what you like, and then you just kind of enjoy what you like without worrying about it going up or down in value. So I guess that's just kind of where I'm at right now, is like I just want to enjoy it and kind of ignore what's being thrown in my face as like the coolest slash most flippable thing. I guess I'll just like keep flipping the most flippable thing, obviously, so I can keep affording what I like. But yeah, just a lot of triggering things. I need to put
Yo,
it together,
Quil,
triggering things,
look,
but
look what Quilly said. Quilly said, if you take a break though, who's running the IG story sales?
oh, true. Hmm.
That's so dumb, dude. Snakes are rattling. All right, let's see. Just hire me and I'll run your eBay. I would need capital to have an employee, but thank you. You're
Yes.
on top of our list. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, Jake Smith, you work for me now.
Yep.
Putting that out.
Yep. I heard
Check.
that. You
You
told me that
work for,
yesterday. Apparently, I'm an employee for Nestor Collectibles.
bro, listen to me. For every single time this man told me, Nasty, don't send that in. It's OC. All doubts have been settled. I am the black label grader. Who put this whole thing together with Beckett? Me. So you work for me, dude.
Yep. And I can't say anything about your pre-grading anymore. I can't
Nothing.
say you don't know what you're doing. You're just gambling. You're just, wasting time. I can't say nothing like that anymore.
I just wanted
After,
to, yeah, I
you
just wanted to
black
check
labeled
in.
English Charizard.
Yeah,
Who here has said or been able to black label an English Charizard?
Me.
How many black labeled English Charizards are there even?
Yeah, that's actually a good question for the chat. What do you, how many English black label Charizards exist total? Total. And then secondary question, how many of them does Rusty own? That's what I'd like to know. Also, Rusty, baby, DM me, baby. 12,000.
12,000. Pop two.
All right, Retro has a good question. Why are we worried about people opening packs on IG when there's buns to get while simultaneously running a 7-figure business selling cardboard?
See, I'm not worried about the packs being open on Instagram. I just I guess get annoyed every time I see it because Instagram is just throw stuff in front of your face. But yeah, if I was running a 7-figure business, I wouldn't even collect. I don't think I would just be getting buns all the time.
You know what's my theory? I think you're experiencing a little bit of hobby heartbreak. Because you've been let down consistently for the last year and a half. Everything you considered a grail is now 125 with the coupe. And so it's just like the whole thing is just dust. And then it's like the shit you flip, you don't even like it, but it's what sells. And you're like feeding, like, what the fuck are we even doing?
Yeah.
It's just hobby heartbreak. You know what was your mistake? Liking vintage. Because if right now you loved modern, you'd be Pat Flynn, dude. You'd be chilling.
I'd be going wild on that
It's a
Paldea
great
evolved.
time.
Yeah, and it's like, I think my biggest heartbreaking moment was probably selling. I mean, it's a good thing, right? But also it's like heartbreaking inside to even see them the same price. But like the Bubble Mew in English, I just bought an Alakazam EX Secret Rare from Awakening Psychic King, like pop 400. And I bought that for the same price as I sold a Bubble English Mew in a tin. I'm just like, how is this even working? But that's just demand, That's just demand, the market. It's the market. What can you do?
I don't know. It's all how you look at it. Because like if you had told me that everything I loved was gonna go to zero and all the shit that I don't care about, like Galarian Moltres was gonna moon, I would be happy. Like if you told me that 4 years ago. Like I'm picking up grails for $90, $75. I picked up an unlimited 10, 75. I was like, how many you have? I'll take 10 of them. Like it's so dope. But then again, it'll probably go to 40 because nobody wants Vileplume from Winfrey. You know what I'm saying? So the point is, it's a good time to collect and to pick up stuff that's like or has been difficult to find. But then even those pops are blowing up, dude. Like even the low pop stuff is growing quickly. Like pops are growing by 5, 6 a month. And I think it's just, I think you have a little bit of hobby heartbreak where it's like, like nobody wants this. Like, have I been wrong about this? And then also the market's dropping, but I don't know. I think it's a lot of factors. And I also don't think, to my original point, that people can stay in the hobby like that much longer without having some sort of connection to it or a community or some sort of like deep collection goal or something that keeps them in. Because if not, it's like if you're a rich dude and you pull up and you buy all the Umbreons, like I don't know. Like I see people on IG, bro, with the hardest bangers, the best grails, but it's like, what do you even do with it? Like, okay, you're on your sofa looking at it. Now what?
Hmm.
Like at some point, all these, I'm gonna hold these till I die investments get sold because people
Yep.
are like, I've been holding this shit for 4 years. It dropped in value. Let me just get $4,500 and go fucking take a trip to Hawaii.
Hmm.
So
And that's the thing too that goes against like investing in cardboard. Like obviously, like buying sealed stuff and holding for long term. When right now the internet zeitgeist is all about ripping packs and pulling the biggest bangers and like super hardcore gambling, like Whatnot's doing amazing, and any live pack breaking is still like just rocketing. Like the interest hasn't died down, and there's always new interest coming in. But putting money into even vintage PSA 10s that have all the fundamentals, the fact that they do have fundamentals and are low pop and they're highly demanded just means that anyone with a minty copy will probably eventually grade that, because the premium for raw versus PSA 10 for a lot of that stuff is still like extreme. One example is like the Gengar EX from Flight of Legends. I remember we were looking up the pops of the Unlimited versus First Ed, and it's like both the pops are really low. Like when we looked at it like a couple months ago, it was PSA 10 for First Ed was like 93 in the pop, and like Unlimited was like 85. And now those have both gone up like 50% in like 2 months, just because it's like a $800 to $1,000 card. People in Japan just have that card sitting around that they're into since their childhood, or bought it for $50. And it's like, well, I guess since PSA is here now, I'll just grade it and sell it for 7 to 8x. And to us, it's like, how are they selling this card for 750, 800? You can't find that raw anywhere. But in reality, there's just tons of people that have been collecting this stuff for a long time and have a bunch of raws. So once again, don't rely on the pops when you're making investments. Just buy what you like, and you just kind of got to hope it goes up. Or just like don't even care if it goes up or down, you know?
I feel like Retro's been killing it in the chat. Retro says solution, stop spending time on Instagram. And then
True.
he said, yeah, I'm very heartbroken that cards that take 36 hours to source and will grade a 9 aren't the optimal business play.
Super sad. It really is heartbreaking. That
Ah,
stuff that takes a long time to find and source is just raw plus grading
that's
now.
fucking hilarious. That's hilarious. All right, let's tap in with the chat. Kind of been neglecting a little bit. Peak says, just move on to other collectibles when you get bored. Is the only way to keep any kind of motivation. That's, you know,
I think maybe the problem is like I've never really been a collector, like someone that like goes and tries to find. I mean, I hadn't really even found anything that I'd want to collect until 2020, when the influencers told me this was really cool to collect. So yeah, maybe I just need to explore other collectibles, other hobs, and just enjoy Pokemon for what it is. I don't know.
yeah. Well, I don't know. Like I'm always kind of like thinking about poker when we talk about this stuff because it's very similar in some ways. And like I feel like a professional poker player isn't that emotional when making decisions, you know?
Hmm.
Like it's kind of scrubby like to be like, oh, I'm gonna get this guy. Like, oh, you got me, I'm gonna get you or something. But it's human nature, but it's very unprofessional. Like you should just play your cards optimally, you know what I'm saying? And you keep in mind the history you have with the player, but you don't like and you see it all the time. Like some dude stacks the lady, and then the next hand the lady's in there with him. If he races, she's gonna call to see the flop to get him. Like it's very
Hmm.
emotional. And I feel like Retro's just not like kind of took emotion out of it. And he's like, bro, margin, like this is good margin. The market clearly doesn't like fucking Saptos e-readers. They're $200 now. That card was like 450
Hmm.
in a 10. Sap, Split Earth, I think, or Wind, I don't remember. But the
Uh,
point,
Town no map.
Town on a map, yeah. So the point is, people don't want that shit, you know? And no pop report is gonna change that people don't want that shit. It is what it is right now. I mean, yeah, they could have a boom, like the waifus randomly boomed,
Hmm.
but what the fuck would be the catalyst for E-Series booming? Like maybe they do a reprint of E-Series and now the old ones get hot, but it's a big maybe. And also it's a big maybe that people will even like them now when they didn't like them then,
Hmm.
and when they're so cheap now. So
Yeah, I guess, I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is like we would have to start seeing more pristine tin at Beckett and CGC and Black Label tins of E series going super crazy price wise to show that, like, I guess people really do care about and are willing to spend for like the mintiest of minty copies. Because right now, I know both you and I have graded really minty E series and nines, and we've graded trash quality in tens. So it's like there's no real consistency over at PSA, especially with like some of these new back older cards, which is like frustrating in a way too, because it's like it makes you not want to sell the minty tin when you do grade it.
exactly.
But then also you're selling easily selling your ones where it's like, oh, there was like a print line on the back, or there's a corner dot or something wrong with the card, but it's still got a 10. But like I don't care what I get for that, I'm going to be able to sell it for profit anyways. And so you're just selling that, and there's just us and tons of other people doing that too. So it's like the populations on these E series cards and 10s at PSA have gotten so high that people, I guess, have started to care less about it, or maybe thought they're less rare because of the pop. Or, I mean, there's just so much E series two out there that it's the only real way to get prices up fast is for people to start, caring about a higher level of grading that's
I
provided
mean,
by Beckett and CGC.
I think, bro, like, because Quilly has a comment. He's like, this is why I don't think I could do this full time. My preferred engagement with the hobby is the worst business plan, right? Which is kind of what Retro was saying.
Hmm.
And I don't know how it is for you, but like, I feel like when I'm more sad, I guess down mentally, or like,
Hmm.
not as confident and not as like excited about life, I really like looking for cards that I like. It's kind of like a soothing thing.
Yeah.
And like I guess if I wasn't a flipper, I would probably buy those cards. I would be like, I had a tough week, let me buy this thing or whatever. And maybe it's not conscious, but I definitely find myself looking more for 36-hour nines and like random E series when I kind of need like me time, like more like for fun, to relax, to let off stress or whatever, right?
Hmm.
But when I'm cooking and printing and shipping 90 orders, I'm way more likely to go flip some modern and make $1,000 and like not even worry about what I need because I'm good. I'm winning.
Yeah.
So like I think it's very psychological, I think like that's also why people sell their collections and then randomly come back because they feel like they need it. And like you see that all the time. And just like, oh, I sold this 10, so I bought it back. I didn't want to not have it. Like that. Why? Why is that? Like
Yeah.
your self-worth, you know what I'm saying, should have nothing to do with your collection. And I think the healthy way to collect is to have something like cheap almost, you know?
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
I'm in for 100, like whatever, it's fine. Like
like I have a couple rainbow rare slugs that are probably like some of the favorite of my collection, even though it's like there's really hardly any chance those will go up in value. They're like $30 to $60 tens, but it's like I just like having them both in English, Japanese, and I can kind of just have fun with the cheaper stuff. Um, but yeah, it's interesting. It's
yeah, like
interesting.
like I also think about like, and then yeah, we can move on after this, but like it's kind of hard to complete a collection and seriously try to run a business. Like it's very hard. Because
Yeah.
like I love unlimited E-series. You guys know that. Everybody knows that, right? But it gets to a point where I just have so much of it that it just becomes stupid. Like I'm not a whale, dog. I'm not a rich dude in Dubai. I can't have 13 unlimited pops. Like I
Hmm.
can't. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, and then also, even if I could, even if I hit the $100 million lotto tomorrow, right? Like it's hard to enjoy it. It's hard to enjoy 13 slabs plus the Chari plus the Sig plus the poster plus the, it's like I don't even look at half the shit I have.
Mm-hmm.
I look at like the three main things I love, I guess. But even then, I don't really look at that shit. I don't look at my signature every day, maybe once every 3 weeks, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like gets to a point where when you're just sober and objective and as a business and you talk to Retro a couple days, you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
And
And then
that's why I have, yeah,
you even get bored too, and you're like, okay, well, like this is my 13th unlimited. I might as well list it on eBay. Then someone contacts you on Instagram being like, hey, I gave you 250 and it's listed for 300. And you're like, okay, it's my 13th favorite. I guess I'll let it go for that.
I mean, they are hard to find though. You get me? Like, so it's like, I don't think I'll get my Espeon Unlimited back anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like, so what? Like, these things are not my identity. Like, I don't go, like, I'm still at this, I don't know, like, it's not a big deal, like, I guess. And I think when I'm more up and like happy, I can just see them as widgets and just sell them and make money and be totally cool with it. But when I'm a little bit more like in my feelings or down or like other life shit is going on that's maybe, stressful, I'm
Mm-hmm.
more like, oh, I don't want to let this go. I may never get it back. When it's like, bro, you're gonna get it back. And
Mm-hmm.
also, so what? Even if you don't get them back, like you need to live with a lot.
Oh, looks like he just dropped out. But yeah, to carry that on, I mean, while we get him back in here.
All right, I'm in here.
Oh yeah, you're back.
My bad.
Yeah, do you need to live with a Latias?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but
No,
like
you
going
don't.
off of that too, it's like I feel like a lot of people collect a lot, like a large amount, not just like high end or low end. It's like the more you're in this, the more you're collecting kind of every single thing you see. And it's a lot of impulse purchasing that I've seen. Um, and I feel like eventually, how many individual PC items can you like truly enjoy and continue getting joy out of? And like, what price does that have to be for you as a collector? Because like, if you can enjoy a $5 card the same amount you enjoy a $3,000 card, you should probably just be going with the $5 card and getting a whole bunch more of those instead of spending 3,000 on one thing. And it's also like, do people even, and this is like a question for you in the chat too, do people, you said you have like 13 unlimited cards right now, like got a
No
really cool
flex.
collection and
Minor flex, but
everything.
no flex. IG me. They're for sale. No flex.
But for people that have 50 cards, 100 cards, 200 cards, if you gave them a test, would they be able to write down every single card, like just a blank 200, like 1 to 200? Would they be able to write down every single thing they had? And at that point, is it really just getting to the point that you enjoy having a lot of things, not necessarily like things that you particularly are enjoying and getting, you know, that value out of? Like, does the value end up going from the card to the amount of cards? Question.
I think it depends on the individual and what they potentially think their plan is to cash out. Um, like some people might feel like having every single XY full art complete is like such an unbelievable achievement that they'll get a premium when like more than likely they'll sell it as a lot and get crushed. Um, which kind of just supports just flipping right now and continuing to make money all the way till forever rather than hold for some big payout for
Right.
some amazing collection that may not even sell for a premium because who's gonna buy it and whatever. Anyway, but yeah, but can you repeat what you said? I kind of lost my train of thought for a quick second.
Like the question was just like, does like the longer you're in the hobby, the more money you have, does the collecting go from what you enjoy as individual cards to just like the number of cards that you've amassed? Because like
I see.
how do you enjoy 300 cards? Like
Hmm.
like 300 is a lot. Like if you look at how many seconds, how many minutes, hours in the day, the amount of time you'd have to spend to pick up each individual card, look it over, like really enjoy it.
Right.
And you put it aside and you grab the next one. And eventually you're on number 57. You
Hmm.
still have 250 left to go through. And you've spent, an hour
Right, but
going
even
to like,
like Dan, remember how Dan used to always say, like, for what I'm for holding the card and looking at it, the 9 is like perfect for me. Like
mhm,
when he said that like a couple years ago, I thought he was dusted, but it's kind of true because it's like, dude, yes, you paid 1,700 for the 10. You could have got the 9 for 150. And like, what are you actually gonna do with it? You're gonna look at it. Like you're gonna look at
mhm,
it. It looks the same. The hollow's nice. You probably, you know what I mean? Like, so I think like if you're holding a 10, you in some way have a cash out in mind. Like like at some point you feel like the 10s will moon and you'll have all of them in a 10 and you'll be a great man. You know what I mean?
mhm.
But I'm you it may be true. But yeah. All right, hold on. Let's catch up with chat real quick.
You know,
Um
Peak had some questions higher up too.
okay, yeah, let's not skip. So let's see. Retro says the only time you should be looking at a pop is when you accidentally see it when you get your grades. God bless.
I do like that. I mean, that's kind of fun too. Is like not looking up the card as much, just kind of paying attention to like how much money can I make on this card, and then you grade it a 10. You're like, oh my god, pop 6, really? Like
Hmm.
that's almost more exciting than pre-knowing it and like really hoping for the 10 and getting stressed out.
All right. What influencer would you trust the least to run the Pokemon company, and who the most? I'm just gonna skip this question, Pete, because honestly, I just don't know that many of them, and I don't know. I passed. No comment. But let's see. Another question. What do you find more difficult? Buying an expensive item you love or buying an expensive item for a 50-50 chance at a 3x margin? Three, you know. Mm,
I mean, for me, like I find it more difficult to buy an expensive item that I love because then I'll get stressed out, like because it's expensive and I'm using a lot of capital to buy a bunch of cards that I find cool that I think other people will find cool to buy. So that's kind of like what I enjoy is like kind of building an inventory that I think people will find interesting enough to buy from me. And gambling on a 250% margin
I
flip,
do
like
that
let's say
all
that,
the time. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's
my
that's
business
that's
model. What are
that's
you
all we
talking
do.
about? That's all I
It's
do.
like,
All I do is buy for 100 to try to make 300 and get wrecked with a $50 9. That's literally all I do, bro. So
yeah.
the
So
first
it's
one,
like,
man.
yeah, I mean that's super easy. Like 50-50 chance will I break even or make 300% margin? We'll go with that instead of buying
Yeah, this
something
comment.
expensive that I love.
Look at this comment. Quilly says, Peak, the hardest is buying something you love. Then it tends. And now you have a $500 margin and you have to decide what to do. That's real because
Yep.
fuck me. Like, you know, you're not going to tend that again.
Yeah, like the
Okay.
craziest one was Ernie got in a unlimited Articuno from Mysterious Mountains, and I like saw it in person. I'm like, oh, so like this is like probably the cleanest E series card I've ever seen, other than just pack fresh stuff. It's like, how did you get this for this price? And then it tins, of course it tins, and then you have a 500% margin, and you're like,
I
but like
still don't want
I
it.
bought this
Yeah.
card for cheap because I wanted it
Yeah,
though.
exactly. Exactly. I bought it because I wanted it for stupid cheap. It's minty, and it's like some rich dude just wants to Venmo you, dude, and you gotta block him. You gotta block that ass,
Block those
bro.
guys, dude.
Nah,
When they
let's keep
pull
it
the
going.
wallet out in your face and like, hey, I want your card, you just gotta block them.
All right, it says there's a bunch of cool comments here. So a lot of people who collected in 99 and EX era left after the boom. They got the nostalgia out of their system and they bounced. Yeah, but I think that that's what we were talking about earlier, Sard King, Sard Lurking. It's like when you were 13, 14, you found the hobby. You maybe did it till you were 16, and then you found girls and you bopped and you moved on. And it's like a temporary thing. And yeah, when people were locked up at home, it maybe extended that to 5 to 6 years. But I'm not sure that all these people that think that they're gonna die with their grails are even realistic. Like it's not gonna happen. Like y'all are gonna move on to rock climbing in 6 months.
Or
And so,
watches or something like, and
or
that's the thing
buns
that,
again, or more
yeah,
buns.
yeah. Maybe you find multiple buns and you're just swimming in buns, and next thing you know, your little chard with a sig is just
It's gone.
sitting in the closet. You're hiding it away from the buns so they don't think you're a weird person. All sorts of things can happen. And even like your friends change. Like, I don't know how many friend groups y'all have had throughout your life, but I've definitely had like 3 to 5 close friends, but that group has changed 3 times over the last 15 years. It's like every 5 years I find new friends. And obviously some of those stick as close friends, but you're not actively chilling and discussing stuff with the same group throughout your entire life. I feel like that would be an anomaly if like someone has a group of friends that just never changes, and you never change your ideas, you never change what you like, because like as humans we grow. So it's like people thinking that they're going to have their
Exactly,
Cosmic
bro.
Eclipse booster box till the age of 50 or
80.
60, I think are just completely
Super
out of
busted.
it. Yeah.
Not to mention, if it does 10x, you're selling. So stop it. You're not gonna
Yeah.
hold it till you're 100 because you're gonna sell the minute it 3x's because you're broke.
And but also it's like in 5 years, let's say we'll just keep using Cosmic Eclipse, if 5, 10x's, in 5 years you're gonna have a whole nother group of cards that you're gonna want to own, or booster boxes, or maybe a Cosmic Eclipse booster box allows you to buy multiple cases of a new Pokemon set that you think is undervalued or something. Like there's tons of ways to gain cash flow from stuff that you used to think you were going to hold for 10, 15 years, and then you find a better play or an investment you'd rather have. So it's kind of just crazy to me that people would be like, oh yeah, like this is a 10-year hold. It's like I've never held anything for 10 years. I haven't even kept a friend for 10 years, much less a bunch of cards in a box. But
Well, I
I've
mean,
had tens for
that's how you
I've had
treat
friends for 10 plus years.
that's how
But
you
yeah,
treat your friends, like cards in a box.
yeah, sell them when they're high, buy them when they're low.
All right, let's keep it going here. Wait, you guys look at the stuff below the PSA label?
That's pretty deep.
That's deep.
A lot of people don't.
Writing low pop on every eBay listing for the culture.
You need to try that. Low pop.
Bro wanted spicy questions, then skips me.
Yeah, we gotta see, because we were gonna go into like who are we blocking on Instagram and like other stuff like that. But like who would run, like how do we not hurt feelings with true answers of who would be the worst to run the Pokemon company? I don't know.
Okay, fuck it. Let's answer it. Who would be the worst influencer to run the Pokemon company? Retro.
Really? I was thinking he would be the best.
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Not enough lovey feelies towards Honchkrow?
Bro,
Or
if Retro ran the Pokemon company, the next big box release would be Pikachu with Goku on a dragon prism.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
that
he
would
gets
drop, that would
the boardroom. He's
destroy.
like, all right, I know I'm
He's
new,
like,
but how do we contact the guys over at DBZ? Come on, how do
listen,
we get the Pikachu riding Shenron in this bitch? Like,
Ultra Instinct Pikachu, he has like little blue hair. He's powering up on the dragon, bro. Retro's done for, literally
yeah.
done for. And then who's the I don't know, bro. Pass. Okay, let's keep going.
I mean, my worst would, I mean, I love you, Josh, but Old Card Shop, I'm not sure if you can't get behind Master Balls and all the cute little things that are going on and think people are dusted, then I think you can't run the Pokemon company, because people love everyone loves everything you hate. So maybe put Josh at the head of Magic the Gathering or something with like
Giovanni's Pikachu said, I am getting buried with my grails. A true collector.
True Collector.
God bless.
Claps in the chat.
Give it up for him.
How many grails though? Like at a certain point, I feel like a lot of these collectors will need to be buried like even further than 6 feet under. With the amount of slabs, like how many slabs would you have to lay on top of Rusty or Charlie to like even fit them all under the ground? without just the massive weight of plastic crushing the coffin too.
I got a bone to pick with Rusty. Why haven't
Okay.
I been to the house when I'm clearly the most elite basketball athlete in the hobby? What's going on, bro?
Just have to take it up with him, dude. You got to sell him
Who
that
do
black label and
who do
get a
I
little
gotta
house invite.
contact? Who do I gotta what Pat Flynn event I gotta go to so I can get invited? Well, I don't know, whatever. I heard the rim at Rusty's house is like a little smaller, so it's not even NBA
Like
legal.
shorter or like smaller?
Yeah, it's like smaller,
Okay.
like in diameter, and a little shorter. So
Mm.
I'm all set. All right, let's read the chat. Retro says, I'm gonna die with Kai's bulk. Josh would do a merger with Magic and hobby would be done for. Correct. All right. Pete has a question. Spicy question. Don't skip. What amount of money annually would it take for each of you to start colluding with businesses to manipulate the market and not get caught?
Probably where I'm at right now. I mean, if I had tons of money, why would I collude and take on extra stress of not being caught doing something? But maybe that's where it comes in, is like the more money you have, the snakier you get because you want to make money faster.
Yeah, but I would think if you're making a lot of money, you'd want to protect that, right? Like
Yeah.
people that gamble and scam are desperate. People that are rich want to protect it and they play safe and they're like, I'll just take my little 20% on 151 cases. That's the one. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to protect. You and me,
Mhm.
we're in despair.
Right. Yeah.
So we gotta gamble. We gotta like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta go for the cash register.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
We're desperate. So probably, yeah, I probably wouldn't. If I was already established and I like was the head of CGC, I wouldn't do that because I'd want to protect that printy ass job, you know?
And the second question is, do we care that people manipulate the market?
Yes, I do care about that.
In
I
what
do care
way?
about that. Well, I mean, you can't really police it and you can't control people show bidding or whatever, fake sales or whatever. You can't, you know. Um, and it did bother me like when companies get completely flooded because some company wants to like grade all their cards at once and then it like kind of fucks the little guy. But that's
Mhm.
not really manipulating the market. Like I wasn't mad at Omega for doing that, but it was like annoying to
Mhm.
realize that at any moment a big whale could just come in and be like, nah, stop what you're doing. It's our turn. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of tilting.
Grade 500,000 cards. We're the big contract. Do everyone's last after us.
Yeah, like
But like, I guess
any
the manipulation kind of comes in with like TCG Player and eBay and stuff. Like, I've seen some weird stuff. Like, and I was talking to you about this last night, but like, for some reason, like the Turtle PSA 10 on eBay was like bought out a little bit, and like, where it's like $120 tin now for English, which just seems insane. But I guess they're hard to grade, yada yada. But it's like I mean, it's happening all the time on eBay and TCG Player that a certain buy point like is pushed up like 20 to $30 just because someone just buys out like 10, 15 of something. But I feel like that's just like the natural market. Like that's how all markets are. Like people buy out stocks or other things that are like too cheap, and next thing you know, it's more expensive. Is that really like manipulation, or is it people seeing a chink in the armor and like an opportunity to make a lot of money? So I don't know. I'm not really too mad about people manipulating the market. Like as long as it's unregulated, I mean, everyone should have an opportunity to manipulate the market. And maybe that's triggering, but it's like if there's no one stopping it, are you going to be the one manipulating the market, or are you going to be the one that's going to be like, oh, like no, I'm against that, like any type of non-organic thing, even though I can't tell between organic and manipulation. That's the thing too, is like manipulation gets thrown in as like a conspiracy type theory too, in a way. It's like, oh, like obviously, like since we've been in this, we can kind of tell that alt arts were being bought out at a rapid pace, which then accelerates the pace of people that actually organically want those cards. So both the manipulators and the organic people are buying that card, which is sending it up even further and faster. But it's like, how do you even know who is manipulating and who is organic? Like, and at that point,
True.
it's like, how can you morally say that, like, oh, it's a bad thing to buy a card? Because all the manipulators are doing is they're just buying a card. They're paying you and me and whoever else is selling that card the money they want to be paid, and they're buying a card. Like that, they're even with manipulation, there's risk with manipulation too. So it's like, even though you're buying 20 of a card, and it's like, oh, you're manipulating. At the same time, there's so many cards out. Like, how do you even? I don't understand the moral argument behind just buying something for market when it's available.
I do. I just want to say this. Okay, I am against all scummy behavior in the sense that I don't sell weigh packs. I don't sell light packs at the show. I don't weigh out the what's it called, the Unagaba EVs. I didn't weigh them. Like, I don't like doing that type of shit. If
Yeah.
I have a box and I weigh the packs and I pull the hits, I'm gonna let you know, yo, these are light packs. You can grade these, you can get PSA 9s or 10s or whatever, but there's no hits here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I was the head of a company, I'd want to be transparent about the good and the bad, because especially being transparent about the bad is how you gain consumer confidence. Like,
Right.
if I
Yeah.
tell you straight up, yo, bro, this is a week 10, I'm gonna sell it to you for 50 under last sold because there's a scratch that PSA missed.
Mm-hmm.
That to me is like, okay, I want to work with him because he's transparent and he's telling me what it is and what it isn't. And for that same reason, I'm gonna tell you this is a strong 10, the mintiest Vaporeon I ever had in my little hands. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna tax you 50. And
Yeah.
it's transparency. Like, I think that's what makes good business, is the relationship. And like, obviously, people like Gem Mint and Charlie, like, they haven't been around for years doing bad business and scamming, and like, it's impossible because
Right.
this is a people business. This is not like chess where there's like a rating and a ranking system. Like, if people don't like you, you're not going to Rusty's house. Like,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
have to let you in their club in a way in this business, or you can make your own lane, like by just being a badass and fucking turning up like Guido, like Retro, like Dan, and then you become a pillar, and then they have to let you in. But like, there is no ranking system. There is no competition. Everybody's just kind of doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
And some people do the scummy shit and other people don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's catch up with the chat, and then I do think we have a guest. Let's see. Where's our guest? Let's see. Fat Belly Collect says, F them kids. Okay. All right. Um, Nesto, you are a market manipulator, Holmes. I can't sleep at night thinking about the percent of Unlimi Satu that you own.
I too have had trouble sleeping with that.
At one point, I owned a significant percent of the pop. It's long gone. I feel the same about investing, home, and commercial real estate. I hate it, but it's part of the game. You can't hate the player, just hate the game.
Yeah. I mean,
Kira
it's,
says,
yeah.
if you bought the card because you liked it, then the manipulators are helping you.
Correct. Yeah. That's the thing too. Is like, if you're a collector, just buying what you like, and one of your cards gets manipulated into a bunch of other people that were maybe going to organically buy it in the future, but they FOMO in it and buy it now and the price skyrockets. I mean, you're only benefiting from manipulation, whether you sell it or don't sell it. Like, even if you don't sell it, you still feel good that like you bought it at a good price. So I like that comment.
Retro says, you either die the hero or end up on Pokemon Wonder's couch spilling your family's darkest secrets.
Would you rather die a hero or spill all your family secrets on Pokemon Wonder?
I just I don't know how he knows all the things he knows. You know?
Probably Facebook.
Okay.
Or
UAP
just
says reputation and brand is much more important than short-term gain. Sarge says more and more Snap Trophy and World cars have come out in the past year than ever before in history. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of shit pop up, man. Like even what did I see, bro? We saw a Yu-Gi-Oh card yesterday. I think Strictly Sealed like did the video where the guy had like trophy cards, the Tokyo Dome trophy cards. Brother, let me tell you something. When you, me, and Swami were little sperm cells in the hobby, just dusted, just learning about the coolest first things. I never thought that I would even see those cards in anywhere near mint condition, let alone a 10.
Yeah.
Bro, Buddy has a summon skull from Tokyo Dome. There's like 6 printed, and he got a 10. I'm out, bro. I'm out the house. Dude, I go to the beach.
I think one of those copies was confirmed burned in a fire too, like in the earthquake that happened in Japan. So yeah, those are just insane.
Bro,
I think it was the 4th place trophy that's like the Gemini Elves, right? That got a 10 or whatever, and I think it recently sold for like 250K or something insane. That's like,
bro, the
I mean,
Gemini Elves are fire though, dude.
Oh
like
yeah,
that, dude. Okay, I'm gonna pull it up.
it's
Hopefully
the only time that art was printed, right? Was for that trophy card, and that's what makes some of the trophy cards for Yu-Gi-Oh so cool. Is like Yu-Gi-Oh reprints arts like no other company has before, but it's like with these exclusive World Championship trophy cards, the arts have never been put on other cards.
By the way, we're gonna lose 60% of the viewers. Just brace for impact. But I have to show you guys this. This is so sick, bro. Like, I actually can't believe my eyes, my little eyes, my little collector eyes, bro. Like, what?
Yeah, those are insane.
This is insane. Like, this is actually insane. Like, if you watch the video, Omar is like, this is insane. The whole video. Like, I'm gonna tell you exactly what he's saying, bro. This is fucking insane. Like, I cannot believe this shit. In my very eyes, I'm holding the grail. Bro, how do you have a 10 of this?
I can't believe my fingers are so close to these
Yo,
piece of
guys.
paper.
Yo, listen, I had all the Dark Magician girl, but I promise you, fool, this is more sauce. This is $1 million right here. Look at it. Look at it.
Look at this angry Karibo. It's literally my favorite art. It's the best thing in the hobby, I think.
This card, dude, might be my grail. Like my Yu-Gi-Oh grail. Like, what, you got 2 Brazilian baddies. Clearly Brazilian.
Clearly, yeah.
All right. They're looking right. They're seductively looking at me. They're looking at me, and they're glowing red. Also great attack, very playable. You can still run this. You can still play this.
Yeah, I think you should run that for sure. I mean, I would run it. I'd run several things on this card. Yeah. But
yeah, this is unbelievable,
it's just
bro.
too
Honestly,
good.
I never thought I'd see the day I'd see this in a 10. So the point of
this
the whole
is an ARS 10.
Right.
Oh,
but
yeah.
But it's like stuff that you never thought would even show up is now showing up and tenning. Like, there's illustrators every week. Like,
yeah, it's like it's cards
out
that
the bag, you know.
It's like cards that were like talked about back when they came out. Like, this is the card you win if you get this. But it's like literally for 20 years, no one even has seen the card because it's been with whoever originally won it, or it's been burnt or something happened. But it's like, yeah, some of these Yu-Gi-Oh cards are just like, you see them on a website and that's the only time you never like. They're not cards that are just for sale, which is pretty crazy. Like people are not super into Yu-Gi-Oh. Obviously, there's tons of people that are, but in comparison to Pokemon, but these World Championship cards are kind of getting the same prices or even higher prices than some of the Pokemon championship cards. So that's pretty cool to see. But also it's just cool to see that the cards even exist and they're not just like being talked about on a website as them existing. Like you actually get to see that they do exist.
Well, our guest says that we didn't PayPal her enough, so we're gonna have to bring in our backup guest.
Okay.
All right, this is the dude we called to clean up the mess. He is the wolf from Pulp Fiction. He'll come in and he'll tell you, I saw a little coffee in the kitchen, can you make me some? Then he'll clean the body and then he'll get you to safety. You know him, you love him. Mr. Shenron himself. Retrospects. Welcome.
Welcome.
What's going on, boy?
How are you doing,
muted.
bro?
Talk to me.
Good, man. Glad you guys are making consistent content. It's been fun to watch. So just been listening while I've been doing work, and yeah, hope you guys continue with these lives.
How many cards have you listed so far during this live? I'd like to know your numbers.
Currently buying, actually, not listing yet. So
any PC buys today? Are we PC retro today? Or are we ultra modern instinct flippable retro specs skis today?
I have been looking at a few DBZ items, but I'm waiting for some stuff to end on auction, and but yeah, mainly just flipperooski. I'm trying to get back to having subs going out like basically every 2 weeks, because doing the wholesale and then dealing with this like local guy, I kind of took away from eBay a little bit. So I'm trying to get back to having like consistent stuff going out. So
okay.
Nice.
I'll have to send you a list to buy me out.
Yeah, bro. What kind of DBC stuff, bro? Let's get into the dust. I want the chat to drop to 2 people. Shenron lovers, Toriyama lovers. If you're here for Pokemon, go ahead, take a little break, go feed your cat. This is DBC Prism Spotlight. Talk to me nice. Hold on. How do I make it so that's just him? Okay. All right.
No, that's me.
Kick from studio. Do I kick you? Are we live?
Yeah, you can kick me.
Are we live?
You don't need to kick him.
All right, we're just gonna thug it out.
Wait, how are you not able to put him on the main?
Because I was born in the 80s, fool. I don't know how to do it.
True. Yeah, they didn't teach that in Cuba during like the Microsoft PowerPoint.
It was hard. There was always a power outage. Thanks for reminding me, fool.
Yeah, it's always the Prism stuff. I've been picking up some stuff like on auction for PC, some stuff to flip, and just trying to like curate a nice collection. Like it's gotten to the point, it used to be more worth it to just search for the raw and try and grade, but those cards are so hard to 9 even, let alone 10, that at this point it just makes sense a lot of the time to get the 9s and 10s for a good price. So that's kind of what I'm doing, trying to like curate a nice little collection of stuff that's really low pop. There's a few Japanese YouTubers that are kind of like buying the top pops of like all the nice arts. So I'm trying to kind of get in front of that a little bit and get the nice stuff before those guys come through, because they're mega whales. But
are you saying that there's a DBZ boom incoming potentially? Should we be buying Shenron retro?
Well, at least with the Cardos stuff, I mean, 2 years ago, I was buying a lot of those like long boxes for like 100 to 150 max for the nicer sets, and sometimes I could get like the like less desirable sets for for like.
Excuse me, wrong one. My bad.
Sometimes I could get the less desirable sets for like $80, and now like the boxes have dried up a lot, and the boxes that are available are usually like anywhere from 800 to 1500. So the prices on that stuff have shot up pretty crazy, and the graded cards are starting to sell for pretty insane prices. Like there was a Pop One PSA 10 visual adventure card that recently sold for 2,500, and that's the highest sale I've seen for any DBZ Prism stuff. So yeah, stuff's definitely moving up.
Yeah, I didn't think anyone liked it that much. I only know you and Kai. 2,500 is a lot for a Prism card, I feel like.
Yeah, no,
That's insane.
That's the highest sale I've ever seen by like at least double. Like the PSA 10 Goku with Shenron is, I think that's sold for like 700 in Japan, and then I think Kai sold one for like 1,000 or 1,200 or something. So
Okay.
for the other one to sell for 2,500, it was a Pop One. It was a very clean copy, and that card might never get a 10 ever again. So I get it, but at the same time, it's like 2,500 is it's a strong sale. So yeah,
I feel like it'll get a 10 again. I mean, everything gets a 10 again, right? Eventually.
those are just so tough because of the surfaces. You can even pull them out of box, and it's just really tough to get those in. Yeah, that was a cool one. I have a bunch of.
Tell me about this card, Retro. Talk to me about this dust right here.
Yeah, I just really like the phone cards, man. I really like them a lot. I have a sub coming back. It's in assembly right now, and yeah, there's a bunch of phone cards in it, and some of them, if they 10, it's going to be really difficult to list. A couple I have duplicates of, so I might keep the duplicates for PC. But I just think it's really cool. It's really niche, but like phone card and Pokemon too. Like if you guys haven't looked. I know you guys have, but if the audience hasn't looked into like Pokemon phone cards, there's some phone cards with some really cool arts. So, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't like how they don't have Cosmos Hollow, but maybe it's just me.
True. I understand.
Yeah. I saw a really cool phone card today. Some dude was selling it for 65. Remember, Smith? I think you sent it to me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, one of the guys on our Instagram block list, Cool Trainer Taylor, he had this really cool Pokemon phone card. He's always grading Pokemon phone cards. It's where the least amount of my expertise lies is vintage phone cards. That's for sure.
Yeah, you definitely have to. We have to talk about the Instagram block list. Who are the people? Oh, it was this guy, Gym Leader Taylor. That's pretty good for 65 shipped. I mean,
yeah, that's a good deal actually.
That's a good deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And $50 for a 10, like after grading, like it's pretty good.
Yeah, because I mean, raw, those are going to be like 25 to 35 bucks, and sometimes they're going to have scratches or little issues and stuff. So 65 bucks is maybe like a $10 premium after grading. So that's good collector value. This is a great picture.
Well, we heard Chloe was decorating her new store, so we figured we could send her a couple spicy boys to frame. And this is my favorite one. Why am I a baby? Like, it's the part I don't understand.
You're in your fort, dude. Your baby fort.
With you have the one of you looking at the laptop with the Articunos on the screen?
Oh, nah, dude, nah. That's not leaving my house. That is not getting out. Let's go back to DNA. All right. So, folks, we got to get down to it. We got to get down to it here. Okay. Retro, please. I'm sure the audience is dying to know. What are your hobby trigger words?
It's very important.
Like immediately makes me want to jump.
Yeah,
words
just
that
like
immediately make you so dry and out of all motivation and hope in humanity. Hobby trigger words. Go ahead.
They can be phrases too, like words, like emphasis on the S. They don't have to be. They can be singular words, Or they can be like my recent one, for example, is, oh, you pre-grade? Because that shows that, one, you don't care about what you're doing. And that's being backed up because most likely you have so much money and your time is so valuable that you just buy collections and you send it all because you literally can't be bothered. So that's my trigger phrase of the day.
Did
Oh,
Kai
you
hit
actually
you?
pre-grade?
Did Kai hit you with that one?
No, another pillar did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mine would probably be fundamentals, bubble, overvalued, undervalued, strong 10, weak 10.
Damn, so we triggered you. Sorry, bro.
Let me see what else.
Yeah, my favorite is strong 9. That one's the best.
No one wants Japanese.
Ooh, yeah.
Um,
why are master balls
I can't
so
read my
expensive?
cards. I can't read my cards.
Yep.
It's not even hollow.
So we've already been triggering you today. Yeah.
You know, I could probably think of some more, but what about you guys? Quilly says, "What's your lowest?" That is that's a trigger for everyone.
What's the minimum you'll take? Yeah, that's a big pain.
Even more so when you send a fair offer to somebody and they go, "Is that your absolute lowest?" Like, okay, dude.
Oh man.
Yeah. My new trigger image is the chef kiss. This thing right here. Little chef kiss.
You don't like this?
He's an actual chef though. He's allowed to do it.
It's allowed to, but it triggers me. Okay. Let's read the chat. Being a vendor and having a customer walk up and say, "I'm buying at X%."
That one's good too. That's good.
Quayle says trade binder. All right.
Zero, recently we had someone coming up and said, I'm a big buyer. I'm buying all these cards. Like, I'll take your whole case. And we're like, okay, yeah, let's work a deal out. 60%. It's like, oh, so fuck me.
Yep.
Got it. Also, he said another trigger word. We said this in a previous podcast, but can you get down to grading? That's another really good
no. Sorry. It's, can you get down to undergrading is what he actually said.
Oh, it's even worse.
Yikes. Okay, Basic says, I'm literally just realizing that Nesto reached out to me like a month ago because he had a question, but he never asked the question. And he just said, follow card creator.
Hell yeah.
Wow, dude, I'm shilling my IG, like, even to the homies. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Basic. Hit me up, dude. Let's talk about you, bro. Let's talk about your life, you know.
Should we be wearing hats inside? I feel like that would.
Man. I need a hat.
Like
damn, I forgot to wear. Yeah, dude.
Bro, we need to do an all hat stream. Just everyone. We have like 4 or 5 guests. Everyone's wearing hats. That'd be great.
Someone came to Ray with his mom and said, "Mom, I can't read it. Can you help me?" That's stupid.
It was an English card.
All right, well, let's get to it, boys. Let's get to it. All right, let's get to it. All of us weren't there. We didn't go, but that doesn't mean we can't form opinions.
Are you guys coming to Card Party Seattle or Card Party Northwest? You guys gotta pull up, bro.
Brother, just because I didn't go,
sounds fun.
Just because I didn't go doesn't mean I can't make fun of it. All right, let's break it down. All right, let's tap in. All right, what is this? What is this?
It says it looks like it's a stage, bunch of people, some empty seats, and it says
I see PokeRev with a
world record.
Is PokeRev performing?
I don't know.
All right.
Is the performance just him being there?
It's just him being PokeRev, just winging it. Maybe he's put a couple bars. I don't know, Retro. You might have some competition out here, boy.
I know it's gonna be tough. Buzzcut, PokeTuber rap battle coming soon.
I'll be like, yo, Pokey Rev, when the scheme follow, if I'm heavy packing, you get a guaranteed hollow. And he's done for, dude. He's done for. All right. Well,
Fire. That was a bar. I like that one.
well, you know what? I'm actually capping. I wish I had gone. And let me tell you why. Because this event broke the world record for most virgins in one room. And I just wanted to be a part of it. God bless.
Amazing.
I'm very happy for the success of the event, but others,
I can't wait till Card Party 3 to see if we can just keep breaking that record.
The opinions expressed in this podcast do not reflect the opinions of Retrospecs LLC or Dan Ketchum Collectibles S Corporation.
Okay, yeah. Let's do that. We'll have to edit that one out.
Yeah, run it back. So what world record were they actually breaking? I see Card Party 2 world record, but is it amount of hats on in under one roof?
Yeah, I don't really know, but I think it was just like, from what I understand, it's like you had a chance to hang out with these guys and they were in the, they were in the mix. It wasn't like they were separate from the peasants, You could reach out, touch Cool Trainer Ryan, talk to his bodyguard for a little bit, maybe take one picture, or whatever. And then also like people were vending.
Cool Trainer Ryan's like the Machine Gun Kelly of the hobby.
Yeah.
Who's Eminem?
He's definitely. That's a good question. Pokey Rev?
Eminem or Slim Shady? Because there's differences there.
True. Is Dan Taylor Swift?
Is Dan Taylor Swift? No, Dan would be a country singer, or he would be. Yeah, I don't know. This is not the video. The thing is, dude, we should have done this live yesterday while people still had stuff in their stories, because now
here's my question. Why are all the kids looking fresh to death? Like, you see those kids, like they got fresh haircuts, and they're
true.
Like, but all the adults are looking busted. It's like if you're between the ages of 10 and 16, you're like, look at that, bro. Like, look at that,
super
like,
nice cut.
Barber,
like, dog. This kid's winning, dude.
Yeah,
the taper is crazy, but like,
kid's never worn a hat in his life. Never even cared to.
Kid from the video, if you're watching right now, reach out to us. We're gonna make you a spicy boy the minute you turn 18. All right, you're looking way too fresh. If you see me at these events, bro, I got a hoodie on. I'm like sticky. I didn't shower. I probably smell like whatever Thrifty gave me last night.
Your breath smells like breakfast tacos and coffee.
I wish we had a better video. I really want to get into the dynamics of Card Party, but I guess it looks like it was just another show, like another regular.
That's true. We should have done it yesterday because there's still a bunch of Instagram stories, or maybe we should have just done it during Card Party, like the Card Party FOMO cast or whatever. Because there's like a lot of like, I don't know if it's still on your Instagram or whatever, but some of the opening videos that we were laughing at. But those are probably all on Instagram stories and are gone by now. Sad.
Well, we're dusted. Well, Thrifty was supposed to come on and tell us what happened.
She says 2 minutes. So.
Oh, okay. So maybe she'll tell us her story. But I mean, from my point of view, it just looks like from my vendor point of view, I think it was just a regular show. It didn't look that packed, even though people said it was. Like Guido said, a lot of people were buying sealed and like packs, which makes sense. Like if people are going there to like hold hands with the influencers, they want to rip packs, they want to gamble, they're dusted, So I feel like the strat would have been to pull up to Card Party with literally a whole 2 tables of nothing but sealed packs and like mystery boxes and just cook.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like you pull up with Evolving Skies packs and you're leaving a very rich individual.
Let's see. Dan is jelly roll. I don't know what you mean, but yes, I agree. I agree with that. They walked around and even bought from us. I feel blessed. Yo, UAP, you were there. Why you don't tap in and tell the story, Big Dirt? Let's get UAP in here, man, so he could tell us the story.
Tell us some stories.
Cool.
He said Ava and CTR had some videos. I just sent you a couple.
Ava.
I'm not saying they're good videos. I'm just saying they are card party content.
I'm not entirely sure, obviously, because I haven't been and I haven't watched any like recap videos, but the feeling I get about card party is kind of like you said, like you want to bring packs, you want to bring sealed stuff, you want to bring probably like sealed modern promos and stuff like that. I don't know if you're like niche saucy slabs that might move well at Collecticon are gonna do well at card party. I think you want stuff for the degens at card party. You know what I mean? But is that the feeling you guys get, or?
Definitely saw a lot of high-end gambling. If you've got like Holland Phantoms packs and Fire Red Leaf Green base set, anything that's like over $500 a pack, seemed like that did pretty well.
Whoa! Alert! Red alert! Hold that thought, Jake Smith. We have a survivor of Card Party 2 here.
Uh-oh.
We have a survivor. He is here to tell his story. UAP, where did the Card Party influencers touch you?
Wait. They touched me all where and everywhere. I'm just
in
What's
your
going
heart,
on,
your
dude?
mind.
Talk to us, bro. What was
There we go.
What's going on?
Okay. People were cooking. It was an event. We had fucking kids, you know, just how Ray likes them. No, it was a
and that's enough for UAP. We'll see you on the next episode.
No, it was a great event. Like honestly, the whole event was set up pretty good. I think some of the main stage event kind of talks were a little bit on the down low. So that was a benefit to the vendors because people were just walking around like selling around. And shout out to Amplitude. He didn't vend, or he bought a table, but didn't vend. So I ended up getting his table and actually kind of cooked the whole event. Well, considering my all-in costs are like $3 to $4 grand, let's just say making money is kind of hard.
Yeah, you made a little more. But let me ask you this: the show. Tell me about the show. You walk in, what'd you see?
Okay. I saw children. I saw their parents. I saw way too old people to be there, but everyone likes Pokemon. So
that's good.
I'll say there was a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh, but none of it moved, as I saw. I saw everything from the binder, the dollar binder, to the high-end slabs move. But I think if you have let's just say it's from the 200 range to like 500, let's just say 800 range, you're not really cooking that great. But you had the way high end. Like, I think, I don't want to spoil everything from anyone here, but Java, for example, he posted on Instagram, so I'm just going to say it. He sold a bunch of stuff.
Palkia.
He sold his whole set, cash right in hand, just after he's gotten his graded guards, but it was just a random guy. He was there, willing to give the cash, and he got, I think he ended up getting 90% of market and 90% straight cash in hand, no fees, no shipping. Like,
we like
of
that.
Course.
Yeah,
we like that.
I think the Cabal got you, bro. The Cabal got you.
I think it was just I think it was just the Florida weather, you know, after the ER. Kind of messed my brain up, you know.
You went to the ER?
Okay, so I ended up getting so the nurse came up to me after I went to the ER. She was like, "Yeah, it's either a heat stroke or you have a small tumor on your brain." And I was like, "Thank you. I'll go with the heat stroke. Thank you."
Yeah. How do they no X-rays or
Oh, I had a CT. I had a CT. Everything was fine. My old bloods was fine. So
Okay.
I don't know.
so the
I've got a
tumor thing was
souvenir.
just a joke. It was just a funny joke in the end.
I hope so.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah.
Yep.
I hope so too.
Mm-hmm.
So
No,
what was
but-
the world
You're
record?
fine. You're
thing?
fine.
I keep hearing a
Uh-huh.
world record was broken. Was that number of hats on heads underneath a roof? Was it amount of virgins in the audience? Like we're trying to figure out what is the world record that was broken, and everyone was clapping.
World-
and Pat Flynn was
World
like,
records was probably amount of people scammed by Ray.
Okay,
There
I mean
you
that.
go.
yeah.
Clap it up.
Yeah.
Clap it up. Clap it
Good
up.
job,
probably,
Ray.
That's
God
probably the
bless.
world
Good job,
record.
Ray. Fucking
Mhm.
pillar.
Super big pillar.
I got to see that in person, and then amount of people shafted because they graded on the event on site by CGC.
Oh yeah, what about that? Tell me about that. What was that? What was that scam like?
Oh, that scam was just
Oh,
about. Oh, a new
you have
Zion.
scam with
Uh-huh.
you. Nice.
I have a scam with me. It was a pop one, low pop,
Ooh,
right?
Okay, nice.
Damn, that's a banger card.
Damn. Was that a
That was that's a piece,
Sneasel?
that's a dusted PC slab that we sent in. So which I'm pretty much just grading cost in for.
Were you hoping for pristine?
I
Or is
wasn't really
10
hoping
good?
for anything. I got it. I
Okay.
got it in the trade for. I got it in a trade for a. What was it? I think a player stamp card that was that I kind of got out of a pack. So it was just like your in cost was playing that event. It was like a Pikachu stamp thingy.
Sorry, forgive Jake Smith ignorance, Jake Smith. Norwegians, they don't have hope. They get it beat out of them. So
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. I feel like I feel that deep inside my like DNA structure, but yeah, and it's not as much as like actually growing
it's
up.
way
with it,
too
I'm
cold
sure.
for hope. Way too cold.
Not only way too cold in the winter, we don't get sun, so that shit gets dark, literally dark,
Literally
Dark
dark.
literally dark.
Like the
But-
vintage in the hobby.
Yeah, I ended up. I was actually really happy because I ended up trading out of my Lucamine, which is a waifu we don't like to keep. But
Is that
I
the one with
got-
the hyena Pokemon?
no, it's from GX Battle Boost. It was a PSA 10. It was when she's controlled by one of the Ultra Beasts. It's like Lucamine 120, I think, out of 114.
Oh yeah, this is the one I was thinking of, but yeah, there's not a. For
So
some
I ended
reason, I
up,
thought that was one with the
yeah.
hyena, but it's got some sort of weird Ultra Beast thing. I don't know.
I ended up getting out of that for about 2,300 worth of trade plus 200 cash. So I was pretty happy about that, with the recent sales being like 1.9 2K, and ended up picking up some stuff that's like a little bit more liquid back home. So it's like a few alt art PSA 10s.
Nice.
Can't read them though, but we survive. I got a
You need
few
your
cards
mom's
that I
help.
actually can read. Yeah, I know. That wasn't even a joke. A kid just came up to Ray's booth, looked at his Gengar VMAX fucking charade. He has like 15. And then went, "Mom, I can't read that. Can you please help me?" And I swear to God, she looked helpless.
Yeah, because she obviously doesn't know how to read Japanese either. Ooh, nice. I like the gold. Whoa, Thrip. Whoa.
Oh.
We got a little guest party going on here.
Damn, Jackson at the pool was not on my bingo card for today. What's goody?
It's like a
Dear
real
viewers,
goodie.
dear viewers of the stream, we bring to you more jokers, more. It's the
You
show is
didn't have
already.
enough.
It's a joker overload. We have Thrifty Collectibles to tell us how she survived card party, and we have Jackson at the pool to show us why we should have all gone to college. Welcome to the show, dude.
Welcome.
What's up?
Should have stayed in school, baby. Welcome to the show.
Jackson. Jackson is the epitome of stay in school, folks.
Yep. You can, if you stay in school, you can buy whale lords in your PC and heat trans while simultaneously getting a nice tan at your pool.
God bless.
Yeah.
Stay in school.
Please tell them how you survived.
I barely survived, really, to be honest. We'll say that.
Have you recovered at all since then?
Yeah, I'm fully recovered. Did not get sick, knock on wood, real quick. So that is fire. I was definitely expecting to get sick again. Lot of kids, dude, lot of kids. But also, I literally met the next generation of us, dude. Like, there are kids out there grinding. They have good taste and they have money. My fort, dude. I can't help it. Like, it was funny just seeing like the kids hustling and what cards they had and stuff like that. And you know, sometimes they wanted to trade V's and trainer galleries for your alt arts, but you know, sometimes that's okay when you didn't pay nothing for the alt art. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fine.
Ray literally had a 50-year-old come up to him and ask for a trade-up challenge.
That's dark. I didn't really get a lot of the trade-up challenge stuff that I was expecting, to be perfectly honest.
We got
but you know, it's just kids being like, I want that. Here's my binder. And I'm like, okay, I can find money in here, you know? Yeah. Like it's doable. So I don't mind it. And it gets me English for Japanese alt arts, which is cool. And we take that, you know? What are you going to do? If that's the opportunity, that's the opportunity.
All right. So you walk in the door. You open your two little eyelids.
Sure.
What do you see? You're at card party. First impression. You walk in. What do you see? Walk me through it.
It's like a hotel, and then you go down to like the area where the card party like rooms are. There was like 3 or 4 rooms. I forget, honestly. I didn't get to go to all.
Three rooms.
3 big rooms. One of them's the auditorium that you guys were looking at. One of them's the vendor room, and I think there was like a meet and greet area type of room.
There was a VIP room, and then
a
pack battle room. Yeah.
So that's a lot. Anyways, so yeah, there's all of that stuff. It like segmented everyone kind of. So it's not like Collecticon where it's like packed and like you can't walk anywhere. That I think was good. It was very well spaced out. Like it wasn't crowded or cramped or anything like that. It was just like steady, you know? And
steady flow of people.
Yeah, 100%. But it was just like people filing in and out after they do like go open packs or like go like meet with Chloe or meet with like Rev or whatever. And then like after the events, like after like the big seminars, whatever would let out, it'd be like a ton of people out in the hallway. So if you got caught, like if you have to go to the bathroom or something, when one of those gets out, you're done for. There's so many people you have to go through. So that was kind of wild just to see all the people in, you know, I'd walk by and there'd just be like the whole auditorium would be almost packed. Like it was pretty crazy. But
really quick, is this your second card party or this was your first one?
First one.
Okay. What, like, now that you have the experience, because are you doing 2025? Are you coming to the Pacific Northwest one?
I am basically in for both. So based on who I've talked to, we're doing 1.5 tables at both, hopefully.
So what is the optimal inventory setup for 2025 card party now after your experience?
Again, like I don't sell slabs at these things. Like I think I sold like 3 slabs all weekend, and that's sucks. Like that's where all of our margin is. But you know, like the most of it is a chunk at least. So you want to be selling those, but honestly, like eBay, I think eBay moves slabs faster anyway, so I'm not that annoyed. You know, it's just like it's a shot at selling slabs. But honestly, I'm just gonna like probably just have no slabs next time. It just is like a waste of space for me, and I can use that for like stuff that people actually want to look at, like, and keep those out of the binders, so they're not like like packed away where people have to go find them. It's like, no, I want like certain cards out in the case that everybody wants, and I don't have that room when I have, 20 slabs or 30 slabs in a case, So it just is like a bad value, like usage of space for value type of thing. I don't know.
So raw cards, and then like what about like packs and booster boxes and stuff like that?
Honestly, it was so bad because there was like Weedle can get more for it on stream for the most part, I would say. So he was like, fuck that, I'm not selling it this, I'm not matching the prices. Like somebody
People were
was selling 51 for
151.
$52 a box sealed.
50 on the Sunday. 50
for 151.
Yep.
Like that is attractive. I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't go back on Sunday because I should have just loaded up, honestly. Like
Some
that's close to what you do, right, Rex? Like that's pretty fucking good. I mean,
Yeah, I was selling for 50 like a week ago. Prices shot up actually.
Yeah.
though,
I just saw that.
So
We're at
yeah,
$60 now, boys.
yeah, 50 would have been a good pickup. It's funny to me though, like I understand if you have like a lot of it, you just kind of want to like instantly flip it and make some money. But
This is Orlando Collecticon, by the way, not
There.
party. So.
No,
Dark.
Birdie.
Oh, my fault.
Bro, he saw Ava and he just went, yeah, let's put that on.
Bro, I saw a girl click on.
So annoying.
I don't know.
30.
Yeah, Ava saved me. Ava saved me this weekend, actually.
Yeah.
I lost my phone. Oh my god. Anyways, I lost my phone at the Whatnot party after
Let's just say free drinks. It was free drinks and whatnot.
Far too many free drinks on Whatnot, and I lost my phone, and then apparently Ava had it, and I was just like, and she came and found me on Saturday at like 5 o'clock, and I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. Like, anyways, it was such a nightmare. I couldn't comp shit. It was like I couldn't check prices of anything. Yeah,
that's one thing I wanted to say though. It's like when you go to Collecticons, right? Everyone's like, okay, let's check the price. If I have this in my slab case, check the price. Check the price. Everyone
Ricky, I
comes
love
up
your
with
name.
you they're trying to comp every single little thing. It's like they don't trust your prices. Here at Card Party, many people are just like, I see it, I like it, I want it, I bought it.
Yeah, Ariana
So
said it best, baby girl.
Very easy buyers, very easy consumers. But then you also on Sunday you get those people who are like, I'll buy you out, but I'll buy you out at like 75%, and you're like 75%, okay, but they're like 75% alt low list. $5 for a $50 slab, and it's like,
yeah.
You're kind of missing the point here.
I didn't even go back on Sunday because all I had left was like my high-end alts, and people were not interested from what I was seeing. Like
only trades for that type of stuff.
And like everyone was saying on Saturday afternoon at like 4 o'clock at that point, all I keep hearing when people walk around is like, oh, I've already spent too much money.
Okay, I have a comment here. It says hot moms. Was there a lot of hot moms there?
I did not notice. There was a lot of kids and their dads, really.
I'll say I got something that I actually
divorced dads for the win. My dad.
Retro. I've got something that'll make you cream.
Okay, talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
I'll show you.
That's a bold claim, but I will let you know. I will let you know.
Good luck, sir.
It doesn't fit in the current room. It is elsewhere in the house. Retro, please wait to bring it.
He has to go next door to get it.
This stream is taking a turn that I did not expect when I initially hopped on.
I might need light for this because you might not see it on the fucking
things on the screen do not reflect thrifty collectibles or retro collectibles in any way.
Yeah, nothing they say. I am
I
the
got-
card party defendant.
Whoa.
I got this
Yeah.
for
That's fan.
for free, and it is Pam and the voice actor in GT, DBC, and DB. I think. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Is that like a
Good at this
poster?
one.
Oh,
No, it's her own art card. She gave
that's
it to me. She came up to
fire.
me
oh,
and
that's
got a
crazy.
picture.
Yeah, that's sick. That's a
And
good
she
looking
has it-
picture.
She
Yeah,
has
that's
that
amazing.
personalized to me as well.
What? Damn, that's
Yeah.
a banger. Are you gonna frame it?
I'm probably gonna frame it. Yeah, she came up to me with her son, and I gave her son a deal and some brilliant stars and some other stuff. So
Dude, I wanted a Sean Schemmel autograph so bad at Orlando Collecticon, and he didn't pull up. And I like that was Kai's first time in the States too. Like I'm sure Kai would have loved to get some stuff signed by him, but yeah, kind of a bummer, man. I really want Goku's signature at some point.
glad thing is I didn't have to stand in line as well.
Is that Japanese?
Yeah.
Is there?
It's a juicer.
This one surprised me when I comped it out for the trade. This one's only like $90. Look
That's
at
a
that.
sick card,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Is that
That's
a
a 10?
10?
That's a
Is that
10?
No, that's
Oh.
9.
9.
Oh, so trash.
But it's still like, bro, if you're gonna PC something, PC this is a 9, dude. You can't even
9?
fucking see the difference between
Yeah,
the 10 and the 9.
that's a good point.
It's a beauty.
Well,
Yeah. Fun
I-
time had by all, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
you know, I'm happy you guys had a great time. Thrift, I do know through the grapevine you made a little money, so I guess
Little bit.
all things aren't terrible. I mean, sure, you had to sleep in your car and get rescued by Ava's binder of all people, who rescued you. She found your phone. She basically rescued you.
He saved me $1,000, like
Brother.
right off the rip, basically.
If you
Yeah.
find my phone and give it back to me, I will personally be indebted to you.
forever. And yeah, Connor is another one, saved me from the death and despair of hungoverness. It's just so many things had to happen for me to survive this weekend. And I'm happy to say I did it. I made a little bit of money. I came home with my best shit that I can list on eBay. And I'm not bothered in any way, shape, or form. It's fine, dude.
Connor,
Very
Hobby
nice.
Savior Pokemon.
Savior of the Happy, straight up.
Do card party intelligently. Unlike
Savior of the hobby and fellow enjoyer of salads.
Yeah.
Don't hang out with me, collectibles, because fucking hell, your life is so difficult.
kinda
when you
wanna-
hang out with me.
Connor's a gem, bro. He's a
Yeah,
gem.
bro.
Yeah,
I love
Connor
it.
Rock Pokemon, what are you hiding? Details next episode.
Bro, he's hiding fucking rock solid abs. That's what I'm saying.
It's a great point.
Connor,
Hey,
personal
yo.
fitness. But listen, guys, I want to do one more kind of thing. Like I want to go around the horn
Sure.
real quick. And I
Mhm.
want to let you guys do two things. Number one, I want you to tell them where to find you. Please shill your IG.
Okay.
Tell them what are we selling right now. Shill it. Like that's what we're here for. That's what we're literally doing this for, to shill our own shit.
Right.
So do that. And then also, literally say anything that comes to mind. We just go one more around the horn. I'll go last. Retro, talk to me, boy. What are we doing?
Oh, all right. Retrospecs Collectibles on YouTube and Instagram. I do Japanese wholesale if you're ever interested in
Yes.
booster boxes. And something I would like to shill is the Robinhood Gold credit card with 3% flat cash back, folks. Invest in yourselves. So that's what I got. That's what I got.
Yep. Give the homie a follow. We are real people for the most part.
Yeah, if you would like extreme low pop One Piece dust, extreme low pop Dragon Ball Z dust, I got you.
Tap in.
I got
Tap in.
Yeah, Retro's also the plug for Japanese modern, so hit him up.
Yeah. Hit him up.
Let's
You can do
see.
mass volume as well.
Okay.
stamp
Nice.
box graders is hilarious.
What do you think? What about you, Thrift? What are you shilling? What are you pumping right now?
You can check out my Instagram is thrifty_TCG, and same with my YouTube. I'm kind of dead there, but it's fine. It's okay. I am gonna be at Dallas Collecticon in like 2 weeks or something. So if you see Rock Pokemon, I'll be somewhere close by, probably. Tap in, check out the bindies, say what's up, and see y'all in Dallas, you know?
Drop in the chat that we need more chill and chill podcasts.
Yes. Because Thrifty,
working on
you
it.
went from chill and chill to me seeing your binders, and your binders are heaters. People are sleeping on Thrifty's binders. I'm telling you.
Don't sleep, chat. I promise you.
New
Find some
YouTube,
things.
Thrifty's Binders.
So funny. That's my new identity. I'll have 10,000 subs in no time. It's fine.
Hey yo, Ernie, use my real Instagram. That's the cheap shit.
Oh,
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
oh,
Mhm.
tap my fort.
Check out those grails a bit dark. Check out the grails.
What's your real Instagram, Big Dare?
It's the Sivert one. SIVERT.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I don't have you. Well, and never mind.
Bad friend. Bad friend alert.
oh.
Yes.
It's all good. It's all good. Because I'm here to show one of my grails. You know, it's in the personal collection.
All right, let's see. Let's chill it. Let's chill it.
It's
What that? What?
it's the
What is that?
It's the one and only Eager Eagle from B Friends, from the one and only, Gary V.
Wow.
50K,
Wow.
50K OBO. I'm telling you, this is also pedigreed with from the Vanderchuck collection. You know.
Sheesh.
Wow. Grail.
That is a grail. Okay, I found your IG. Go ahead and give them a
There we
follow,
go.
UAP. You know what I'm saying?
Tap in.
Tap
Any
in,
questions? Just send it my way. You know.
dude.
Looking like
also-
a Prince's Instagram photo, a bit dark. It's fine. Looking like Prince Eric, my fort.
Uh-huh.
But I'm
Okay, let's
telling
get to
you,
the most.
50K OBO.
Fuck off.
Let's get to the most important thing here. The whole point of this podcast is to pump
Oh yeah, Jake Smith story sales. Tap
Jay-
that.
Yes.
Jake
Story
Smith story sales.
Hey.
JSSS. Hi, are you tired of Golden? Are you tired of Golden taking your money? Dan Catch-em-all and James. I'd like to introduce to you JSSS, Jake Smith Story Sales.
Tapping.
Where you can find my
Ask him.
cards and all the
Send-
homies cards all in one place.
Send it in the DMs. What's your lowest price?
Jake, I can confirm I have used D&G before.
So dumb.
I have used Dan Catch-em-all Collectibles before, and I have used Jake Smith Story Sales before, and I can confirm in every instance you will get more with Jake Smith Story Sale, and
Highest on the market.
your card will be titled correctly.
God bless.
Yes.
I mean,
Stop
just look
letting
at them.
fillers mislabel your cards and get you 60% of market.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thanks, James. Love you.
Mhm. Also, do you need Bandai dust? Is that what you?
We're
is that what
here.
you need?
We're here to help.
Do you
We're here to
need
assist you.
a door stopper? Do you need a mug holder? We've got you.
Anyway, follow Minty Mountain.
Super
All
Grails.
right.
Story sale this Friday with thrifty stuff. I think one of Retro's things and none of
All
ours
of my
because there's
stuff.
no room.
I have 2 more.
Oh.
I have 2 more, by the way. My fort.
You only get 4 spots. It's very heavily.
It's high demand product.
high demand right now.
Got you.
Retro got in at the low rates. Thrifty, unfortunately for you, it's 20%.
Hey, I heard. I thought we already locked it in, bro. This is dark. Hold on.
Well, I'm very grateful you guys tapped in. I cannot talk to Jake Smith, so
Any longer.
I appreciate y'all saving me from that. And
It's
do me a favor, hit the like button if you see a shining on your screen. Hit that like button.
This
Yes.
is going on Jake Smith's story sale. Please get this item out of my house
You
as
see
soon as
it?
possible.
Is that English?
It's English,
English.
first edition, big dark.
English,
PSA
I
dude.
9.
can read it.
Well,
What are
look,
you
and it
telling me?
actually
We're
has
buying cards that I
texture.
can read.
At one point,
Wow.
English put money into their card quality, and that time is not
Wow.
now.
Wow.
And with that, peace and love. Hit that like button, and everybody have a great day.
You guys later.
Thanks,
Catch you
y'all.
later.
Catch
Catch
guys
you later.
Catch you later.
Oh wait, are we live? Are we live?
We're
Is this
still
live?
live, dude.
We're
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 still
still
live.
live.
dude.
Catch you
Oh,
later.
no, that's just